Are you sure?
World
Now,
Wide
Maureen,
Web.
can you count
www.
that? Now, see, you said
Go ahead.
four.
Tell me again.
www
www. There you
dot
go. There you go.
TV33
See?
WHPR.com. So be sure to, we want to make sure that you participate tonight. And we just don't want you to listen to us. Dial that phone to one of those numbers. Thank you.
All right, now, Mary, we're going to just give a couple of pieces of information, but
All
before we
right.
go forward, Carolyn, may I ask you, would you look in my coat pocket and give me my telephone because this number that I need to give, there's a water fair
Oh,
that's coming
yes.
up, and this water fair is coming up this Saturday, and I'm not sure, thank you,
I had
I'm
that.
not sure what
Where?
time it starts. Maybe somebody will call us and tell us. But the water fair is coming up, and people, we are encouraging people to go to the east side of the city of Detroit and get in this water fair. But before we go there, I have the phone number to the Salvation Army, which I can't give you unless I put my glasses on.
Well, let's see.
See?
You want my
No.
glasses?
Uh-uh.
Can she use your
No,
glasses,
I
Junior?
got my own.
All
I can read
right.
it for you.
You know. And here's our guest talking about he can read it. You better be
I ain't
careful.
got my glasses
You
on either,
better
though.
be careful, buddy. You're talking about he can read it. You better be
Look, my
careful.
glasses
See?
are over there, so we'll struggle together.
All right. The number that you can call, and this is the number to the Salvation Army, is 844. 844, that is not the number.
Uh-huh.
No, wrong number.
You
No,
might
no.
need his
No, that's the
glasses.
hotline number. That's the hotline number. Hold on. Let me do the water number, and then we're going to get right into what we want to do.
Well, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Uh,
Go ahead.
what do we have coming up this weekend?
Some of us are going to Flint. Talk
Right.
about that for just a second, Marion, while I get this number.
What time are you leaving?
We have to be at Central United Methodist Church at noon.
At noon, it's 12 noon, high noon.
Yeah.
And they're not going to wait around for you neither. If you want to go up to Flint and be able to help do some canvassing and talking to the people and stop sitting and waiting on the state to do something. They're looking for us to participate from Detroit. And two, we need to talk about when you go up there, Maureen. They just announced that the money will be coming from Washington, D.C. for the infrastructure.
Good.
And plus, they were going to have other monies for other cities for
I
infrastructure.
saw that billions of dollars
hey.
being spent.
We better monitor that money, and the people of Flint's going to have to be the first one to start monitoring that money.
I found the number. Folks, write this down 313. The number is 386 9727. 386 9727. Let me say it again 313 386 9727. What that number is the number to the Salvation Army. And the Salvation Army is able to pay up to $4,000 on a delinquent water bill.
And that's tomorrow?
No, they should start calling that number Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday between 8 and 11. That's
Don't
the
wait
only
till,
time.
and that's right, Maureen. We don't want them to wait until next Saturday to call people.
If you do that, you'll miss. But it's a Monday through Friday operation from 8 till 11 o'clock. And again, they can pay up to $4,000 on a delinquent water bill. Also, Marion,
And was that for just what is it for Wayne County or just for Detroit?
Wayne County. So that means
Okay.
Detroit, Highland
Highland
Park,
Park.
Livonia, and those people that are hiding that they have a water crisis.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to hide anymore. You should come out and get this dealt with. And the reason that this is important is because on May 1st, the
Yeah.
water department is
Department.
going to start mass water shutoffs again.
Here we go again.
See, so in light of that, let me read this announcement, and then we're going to introduce our guest who can see good. Okay.
I know he took his glasses off.
And he left them over there, so that he got some trouble now. WHPR, R.J. Watkins and Henry Tyler and friends are going to honor our dear Ayana, Dr. Kiefer Lorraine Witherspoon. We'll never get over this. With a special tribute to our darling on TV33, dot one, Comcast cable, either channel 90 or 91. I think if you pay your bill, it's on 91. If you don't pay your bill, you could get it on cable number 90. Roku and streaming on TV33, WHPR.com. That event is going to happen Wednesday, May 4th. That's next Wednesday, May 4th, from 7 until 9 a.m.
I'm
From
glad
7 until
someone
9
is
a.m.
doing something like that.
And that's so
She is
wonderful.
so
She
missed.
just so missed. Marion, a couple of weeks ago, I called you and I was talking to you about this new organization that's very vibrant, very effective. The organization is called New Era. Is it another word in front of it?
New Era
Detroit.
A New Era Detroit. All right, and the New Era Detroit folks are really a breath of air. And they were
Fresh
on,
air.
yeah, they were on one of the couple of TV talk shows, and I happened to catch them on Let It Rip. And the conversation there was about what to do with these horrific crimes that are happening in the neighborhood. And one of the speakers from that organization put forth a concept. And everybody jumped all over it. And the concept was, listen, we may not be able to stop people from being thieves. They gonna still steal stuff. But we would like to say, if you have to go that route, let's don't kill and shoot the person that you robbed. And I thought that's a good
a good
compromise.
common
Yeah,
sense,
that's a good common sense approach. And a lot of things happened. A lot of people were in dismay and whatnot about that. So, of course, at that time, we called Carolyn and asked her if she might be able to make an introduction to this organization from Michigan Welfare Rights, to ask them if they would do us the honor of sending someone over so that we could discuss this a little bit more. And so, Marion, we want to introduce to our viewers today in, wait a minute,
No,
in Kuvu.
Oh, you almost had it.
you
In
almost had
Guvu.
it.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Not a C or G. In Guvu.
There you go.
Alrighty.
It took my
And
best
what
friend
you
so
know,
long.
okay.
Nguvu is South African for power. My last name is Tasare, which means defend.
Okay.
So my name basically means defend your power.
Okay.
All right.
Welcome, and thank you so much for being here with us this evening. Why don't you give us a little bit of an overview about New Era Detroit, a little bit of history about it, and then lead us into a conversation about this newest wrinkle in terms of this street crimes and whatnot. And let me just say one thing. We're all horrified by this. There's some stuff going on out here, and I mean, of course, welfare rights. Our belief is that this systemic trouble that we're in because of this economic system produces this sort of thing. But we're really interested in your approach and the approach of New Era Detroit. So give us a little history about the organization and bring us up to date on this concept.
And if you notice, Maureen, he doesn't have white hair.
Well, not yet. If he stay down here and involved in this struggle for about 2-3 weeks,
Right.
it's sure gonna show up. I got that.
Look,
So
I'm
go
already
ahead,
feeling
sir.
the heat.
All right. All right, go ahead.
Thank you. So first and foremost, the honor is all ours. Thank you for having us here. We appreciate it. You guys reach the people in a way that a lot of people don't, and so anytime someone reaches out to us and asks us to kind of explain who we are and what we do, we don't take that for granted. So
Thank you.
we appreciate that.
All right.
New Era Detroit was founded on August 17th, 2014, which coincidentally is the day of Marcus Garvey's birth, one of our heroes. He's the man who gave us our red, black, and green flag.
Yes, we know that.
As I'm sure y'all know. And so we're very, very proud of the day that we started. And in just a year and a half, we literally have taken the city by storm. We are a multi-generational group. Even though there are a lot of young folks, I think sometimes our more seasoned veterans get overlooked. We are a multi-generational organization that basically is bringing accountability back to this city, bringing back a sense of community and, again, a sense of accountability to neighborhoods that have not had it for many, many decades. We were founded by our president, Zeke, who was sick and tired of just sitting around talking about the problems and was ready to do something. He pulled together a small team of people who were in the movement and dedicated to liberating our people. And a few months later, they started what we're actually in the midst of now, which is our Hood to Hood. And they started going into neighborhoods, literally waking people up out of their sleep and talking about what we as a community need to do to get our stuff right. And a lot of these people had never seen anything like that before. And they did this all summer of 2015. And they were so effective that it really just put us on the map. And it seems like we just blew up overnight. We started holding demonstrations against anybody or any entity that disrespected or devalued Black life. We stood and stand in solidarity with Black Lives Matter and their quest to get the entire country to value Black life. But our mission is to get our people to value Black life, to get Black people to value Black life in this city. And for too long, Black life has been disrespected in the city of Detroit. So we didn't care if it was the gas station owner who let her cashiers pull out guns on little boys.
We saw that.
We didn't care if it was the gas attendant disrespecting our women.
We saw that.
You know, we didn't care if, you know, it was the gangbanger, you know, killing innocent children and women in our community. If you disrespected or devalued Black life, we came for you. We didn't care if you were the Dearborn Police. It's a new era in this city, basically, is what we're saying. You're no longer going to kill our people, rape our women, abduct our children. A lot of people don't know Detroit is number 2 in human trafficking in this country.
Yeah, so
And we are not going to tolerate that anymore. You have a new generation of people who are saying we didn't create these problems, but you better be sure we're going to fix them, or we're going to die trying.
Okay, I think some of us saw the strip mall confrontation with a mister out there, and the kind of words that he was using, and the kind of the profanity.
was
Boy,
doing.
that was really something.
Yeah.
His
And we
reaction.
watched that, so we've been looking. We've been watching you all for a period of time. But bring us up to this concept about street crime and thieves, and your message, or the message that New Era Detroit shared in terms of let's not shoot and kill just because, or it doesn't have to be connected to a robbery. Talk to us
Because
about
the
that.
first time we heard that was the other day when you were marching in one of the hoods.
Absolutely. I think you're talking about what was it, Wednesday? Wednesday that we had our
tend to
wake
get
up call.
Yeah, we tend to get our days mixed up.
Me too.
Not we, not we, but no, I saw you on Let It Rip, and I watched the conversation.
Okay, I remember that
I
interview.
saw that one.
You
But go
on
ahead, talk
every,
about
Every
that.
Wednesday.
every station.
Yes. So the street code, man, it's just quite simple.
You said street code.
The street code.
Okay.
It's quite simple. We can't control what people decide to do. We are not a reactionary organization. We are very well thought out in everything that we do and everything that we put out into the community. And after being in existence for a year and a half, we have seen some of the most disgusting acts perpetrated against our women, children, and elderly by our own people, and a lot of times by young people. And our president finally put together a platform, and our board, if I may add, finally put together a program to address this issue of the senseless killing of our people. And what this platform says is, starting last week, there are a new set of parameters in the city of Detroit, right? So we understand what you've been able to get away with for years. But now you got another organization that's serious about their business to worry about anytime you senselessly kill one of our people. We understand some of y'all gonna steal. Some of y'all are in gangs, and you're gonna have beefs with other gang members. But what you can't keep doing is devaluing our lives so much that you're willing to kill one of us just because you want to get at somebody else. Or you devalue our lives so much that taking our possessions ain't good enough for you no more. You got to kill us on top of it. For what? For what? It's not like 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get caught. 9 times out of 10, it's not like you're going to go to jail for taking my wallet.
No.
So why kill me? You know what? We don't care why anymore. We're done talking. You're going to quit killing our people. Or if we find out about you, we're going to deal with you the way New Era deals with you.
Now, there used to be the code in the community.
Absolutely.
And folks that sold drugs didn't sell drugs in the neighborhood where they lived. They went someplace else where there weren't necessarily women and children.
And they
And-
would sell them to.
You gotta get
women
closer,
that-
Marion.
Oh, I didn't
You
relax.
got relaxed. You gotta get closer.
Women that were pregnant,
Off limits.
off limits,
Children off limits, but we all saw and don't know that this is correct, but the word on the street that we've heard is that one of the most glaring and just outrageous shootings happened just a week or so ago, where whoever these young people are that shot the 4-year-old in the leg in an effort to get the father to come out, and he was the real target. And that kind of outrageous and just no care, no soul kind of activity and whatnot. I'm certain I speak for us all when I say how horrendous and how horrific that was. And of course, we got 6 months old, and then before that, and all this kind of thing that's going on. So I thought when I first heard this, and I saw that police were on the program, and some preachers were on the program, and some other kinds of things, and people, except for the former police chief, they took opposition to what this comment and what this theory and whatnot is. So I'm assuming that you've been people pushing back on you about it.
Yeah, so that was on a Thursday when they did that interview that you're talking about, and I'll never forget, man. We had just finished our open meeting. By the way, shameless plug, we have our open meetings every Thursday at Burt's Warehouse.
It's not shame time. Yeah, that's shame.
All
You
right,
do that.
every Thursday at Burt's Warehouse. I like to call it our Sunday service.
Okay.
You
What
know,
time? At
6:30
time?
p.m. 6:30 p.m. every Thursday. Until about 10 o'clock usually. It's a long night. Look, it's a long night. You're free to leave when you want, but you're going to be so captivated by what you experience, you're not going to want to leave.
Okay.
So we had just finished our open meeting, and you should have seen us. There was about 30 of us around the laptop huddled watching this interview.
Yeah.
And it was like the Super Bowl for us.
Okay.
And we saw these people coming against the street code. And the first thing I thought was, wow, most of these people on this stage don't even live in the city of Detroit, yet they have so much to say about a street code designed
what
for
you
this
mean.
city. That was the first thought. The second thought was, wow, most of our members are in their 20s. We didn't create this problem.
That's right.
We're trying to solve the problem. And the people, some of the people who have had so many decades to fix this problem have not done it. So how dare you come against a young organization working to address these problems in the way that we believe is necessary? If you haven't been able to fix the problem in 40 years, how can you fix your mouth to come against an organization that not only has provided solutions, but is gaining traction in terms of public support for our solutions?
Well, some of those people that probably were trying to speak out against y'all haven't done nothing in the past.
Over those 40 years.
So you have to worry.
Anyway.
They're there to be in to challenge you.
Always
And
block
you
you.
can't even get them out there to a block club meeting unless I'm walking up and down the street to talk about anything. They're not going. The only thing they're going to protect is their home, and they might not even do that pretty good. So understand. Folks close their eyes and don't want to get involved until it's directly in front of them.
Well, even then, they want you to fix
you
it.
to do it.
No,
We
they
be told that a
want
lot.
you to fix it. Okay, so that's gonna come up a lot. But I knew when I heard that Let It Rip program, I say, well, they're gonna start throwing stones at you probably before the program is off the air. And I'm sure that that's what happened. But I understand. But go ahead.
I will say though, those people got the attention because they happen to have the cameras in front of them. But the people that we meet in the streets every day, they've said thank you. They can't thank
that's
us
who you
enough.
want to hear from.
Exactly. The people are behind the street code. Of course, you're going to have those figureheads who work to protect the status quo and the establishment in this city, and definitely work to speed up this gentrification plan they have for us. But the people who have literally spilled their blood in these streets and watched their loved ones spill their blood in these streets, anytime we come across them, they just extend the deepest gratitude.
All right,
Yep.
1 second, Mary. 868-4336-868-0351. Caller, you are on the air. Thank you for waiting, and thank you for calling Ask Welfare Rights.
Good morning, fellow. What should I say? Good evening, fellow patriots.
And hello,
Hello.
and how are you?
Did he say good morning?
Fine.
Said
And
you
you?
want started to. Go ahead,
Okay.
sir.
And your guest?
Yes, we know.
I've been to a couple of their meetings.
Yes.
So I'm happy that the younger generation has took up arms to guard our city. Because believe me, my arms are being tired trying to hold a city up.
I know it.
So I'm so happy that that the young Turks out there and they stand in their ground and don't let anybody deter you from what you have to say, because this is America and you have free speech.
That's right.
And
That's
the
right.
concept good, If your concept, then you work it. No matter what other people say, you work your plan. It was a group called the Black Panthers that had a lot of resistance. They was out there,
That's
So,
right.
Everybody, even Jesus Christ had his resistors out there.
Absolutely.
So it's always going to be somebody that put up opposition against you. But just stand your ground, and hey, make your point. And if you people behind you, that's all that counts.
Thank you, fellow patriot, for sharing that thought.
And I want to invite you guys, because you've heard about my meeting at the great station, the WHBR, this coming Tuesday, May the 3rd, from 6 until 9. If you young brothers want to make it there, we're happy to have you, because the theme is you and country. I think it's time that we talk about us in this country, because we ain't going nowhere. We dug in. This is our country.
That's right.
We fight for it, right or wrong. This is ours. We built this country, and we should take ownership of it. We keep telling people that keep hearing. I'm tired of people saying, "Oh, we was kidnapped." No. It's people being
Some
kidnapped.
of you were given
Every-
away.
every day. You ain't being kidnapped. We need to stop the kidnapping. You ain't kidnapped. We need to stop the kidnappers from infiltrating our neighborhoods. So it's all about us and where we stand and where we're going tomorrow in this country. Because if we ain't going nowhere, we got to stay dug in and take all the rights and privileges that belong to us, that our ancestors died for. Okay.
So we're talking next Tuesday here at the station,
Tuesday, right at the
166 Victor.
That's right. 6-5. That's next door. We're gonna be at the other studio.
Oh, we're going to be at the big house. Okay.
big house. We're gonna be in the big
Wow.
house.
We'll be at the big house.
'Cause
That's big time.
I'm expecting a whole lot of folks there. 'Cause
Okay.
We need to, we need
All
to go
right.
talk about it. And so I hope you knew that you're Detroit. You young brothers come out. It will,
And
so,
sisters.
and put y'all 2
Not to
cents
correct
into our conversation.
Okay. Remember, fellow patriot, we started over there where
Yes.
we used to have the Sambo Sellout Awards dinners. You remember those?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to
Big
call.
time,
We're
big
gonna have
time.
to ask Agnes to get that going
know,
again, because we need to give out some water.
you
No, I
see-
don't want to give them no watermelon.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, yeah.
because watermelon's too good.
Right.
Yeah,
It's too good
I
for
don't want
them.
to give up a good watermelon. either.
No, but we can find something to give to
Yeah,
them.
we can give them something.
To
We can
represent
give
what
them
we
other
think
than
about
good old
'em.
watermelon.
Give 'em
But
some
hey,
fake money. That's
I
usually
eat
what it's
most of the
always
time.
You
about.
see,
Well,
thank you very much,
they
sir.
even too good
Appreciate
for
it,
that.
and
I mean, they ain't
we're
good for
glad
that.
to be able to get that out on the air today.
Love
Okay,
you guys, really do.
and thank you so much. All right, 868-4336-868-0351. What is your thinking about a concept that says just because you are a thief does not mean you have to murder women and children and fathers in the streets? Call us and share an opinion.
And what happened to the old form of if you're going to fight and fight it out, you don't have to, like you were saying, don't be pulling no pistols and killing nobody. And you should be able to sit it down and talk it out.
Well, that's not going to happen. Not for a long time.
Well, we
now.
know it, but we can say it.
You know,
And-
I
and
think we
keep
need to say it a
over
lot
and over
because
again.
this system of capitalism is just getting worse and worse and worse, and we've got a whole generation of folks, our colleagues' age, that just don't have hope and don't think that their lives are worth anything, and just believe that it's just not significant to harm a senior or to harm an infant or to harm a toddler. And you know, these are street ethics that we're going to have to bring to bear to get people to see what you're doing is wrong. Caller, you're on the air. This is Ask Welfare Rights. Thank you for calling.
Hello?
Caller, you there?
Did you hit the right?
Yes, I did. I'm hung up. All right, so
They call back, caller.
to think a little bit more about this circumstance, and in terms of this attack that's going on against education across the country. I wanted to speak on this question of water shutoffs. Starting May 1st, the water department is going to go back out again and start turning water off. And we wanted to just kind of talk it through with folks from New Era, whether or not we might be able to engage you and collaborate in some activities. Let's take this call. Caller, you're on the air. Thank you for waiting and thank you for calling Ask Welfare Rights. You're on the air.
Hello? What's wrong there?
Caller, you there? Okay, so give us your thoughts about some of these systemic things that are
Yeah.
going on in our community.
Absolutely. So I know I'm probably nowhere near as knowledgeable in terms of the intricacies of what's been happening with the water shutoffs as you two ladies, but our position at New Era Detroit is that it's part of a broader plan to gentrify our city.
Sure.
And that is an area that we focus on very heavily as an organization and have a plan to combat. The water shutoffs. There are three things that you need, really, three elements that you really need to survive: food, water, and shelter. Right. So all three have really been under attack in this city for quite some time, and now you have these mass water shutoffs. We believe that they're inhumane. We believe that not enough press has been given to this issue. And we are committed as an organization to addressing this issue with organizations that are working diligently to deal with this issue. But our belief is that it really is a part of this mayor, Mike Duggan's plan to gentrify the city. If people don't have water, where are they going to go? He hopes that they'll leave. Yeah. So we're gonna fight against that very, very hard.
Now, Marion, this young man said shelter is one of the three things that people can't live without. You do know that people are forced to live without shelter all over Detroit.
Absolutely.
They're in burned out cars.
Yeah.
Sylvia found a family, a woman on the second floor, someplace over
Yes.
on Dexter, not too long ago.
Nah, it's terrible.
Back of her house had caught fire. She's still living in it. The walls are black. There's holes in the roof because the fire department vented the roof.
But yeah, we got money to build stadiums, right?
And
And
all
give
kinds
them
of stuff,
tax breaks
you know.
and everything else.
She's in a wheelchair. She's on the second floor. She's got two minor children, and has a doctor that is writing prescriptions and hasn't seen her in 2 years.
Now, what does that say? Who's
Oh,
making
Lord.
money?
So, you know, what's going to end up happening is that we're going to have to get some folk, and we're going to have to go over there. We're going to have to commandeer a house somewhere or get her into some kind of housing that's on the first floor. But the humane issue, it's like you. The humane issue is not hidden from you. I guess there's something wrong. We live in the midst of the Great Lakes, and what we have are tens of thousands of water cases and water being shut off. Caller, you on the air? Are you there? I'm not sure. We'll have to tell our engineer that we may be having a little bit of trouble with
That's the
our
third
phones.
one.
That's third or fourth call that we're not able to get. So we'll figure that out. Caller, we can't hear you if you're saying anything. So we'll ask the engineer when he comes back. Maybe we'll
He's
go
right
off
here.
the air. Oh, all right. Well, you'll see what's wrong because that's the third time we push that line and we can't hear anybody if they're there. So we'll ask you again. Anybody that can hear us at this station, 868-4336
Call
or
us.
868-0351. Call us and let us know that you can hear us. Caller, you on the air. Caller, are you there? Yeah, Mr. Engineer, we can't hear anything. Let's try the next one. Caller, you're on the air.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Yes, I can hear you.
Testing, 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 1, 2, 3.
We
And
can
thank
hear
you
you.
so very much. We can hear you. Okay, it must be this first line. And thank you so very much for checking. We appreciate it. Thank you. Caller, you on the air. Caller, you there?
Yes, this is Eunice. We're glad to see the people on the air.
Hey, Eunice, how you doing?
Oh, good. Hey, the young people got to leave. Stay on up there doing, bro.
And that'll work. Listen, it's so wonderful to hear your
Yes,
voice.
indeed.
Okay.
Hey, I can't catch your noisy kind of way sometimes. All right, I love y'all.
All right, back to you.
Back at you.
All right, thank you very
Right.
much. Caller, you on air. This is Ask Welfare Rights. Are you there? Caller, you
Good
on there?
afternoon.
Yes,
Yes.
we can hear you. Go ahead.
I am so proud to see that young fella in between the two hard-working ladies.
Thank you, sir.
But that's what we need. That's what helped us back in the day with the boycott. We used the children because they were going to fire any mama and daddy they saw out there doing anything. So the main thing, though, man, is this unification thing, man. And, you know, I'm a dreamer. I had a dream that every homeowner in the city of Detroit came under one roof. Why? Because we do not want any homes to go back to the bank
Yes.
or anyone else.
Yes.
If we can get that type of program started, I mean, this home would be available to the next family member.
Mm-hmm.
If there's no survivor's boss, then that house belongs to that program, and the next high school graduate that comes out, and plus we can employ these children to. I saw them right here on the corner of my house. They tore down an apartment building, and they brought some flatbeds out. Do you know they saved every brick from there? These people were employed what they call deconstruction. That means they saved every 2x4 and every brick.
Yes.
That's right.
And not only that, we can keep the streets clean and cut the grass for these vacant houses. My thing is, the property we got, we're not giving any of it back. This
Support.
organization will make sure all property
Sure,
taxes
now they're gonna
are
have to
paid.
come after us.
You
Support.
understand?
No, you're
So
raising.
I don't know what kind of
Go ahead.
a program we would need to get that started, but to me it seems to be it would be no simpler than getting a regular union started.
We can do
All of
that.
these
And what we'll do, because all the lines are jumping now, we'll ask you to listen to and answer a response off the air. But there is already something in place along those lines. But you are absolutely correct. There's nothing wrong with your vision, caller.
And second of all, we're going to, these two bits legislative people, we're going to have to get them to get on this whole fight in Lansing about you being charged with a fraud if you attempt to stay in a vacant house or if you attempt to take one.
It's a felony.
That's a felony. The felony should be that they should charge the mayor of Detroit as well as any one of these municipality for even thinking that way. So, it's time for us to get up and fight. These young people can't do it alone. We need to beat out there with them. Although they got more strength than we. You ain't seen the strength when all of us are together.
Thank you, caller. Appreciate your sharing, okay?
Thank you.
And thank you so much. Caller, you're on the air. This is Ask Welfare Rights. You're on the air.
Oh, it's just me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Maureen, you know you going to be on, your school going to be on the news tonight at 11 o'clock.
I heard, and the lady that wrote the article talks about the Detroit Community Schools is one of the worst, and that the students are stupid, and has so many horrible and ugly things to say. She's never set foot in the building. In June, we're going to graduate. About 87% of the children that are supposed to graduate on time, and she will not be there only
You
because
better
they
not
don't
have
want to
one.
come. So, yeah.
I know they say it's going to be shocking tonight at 11 o'clock.
Well, they need ratings, so I'm sure it's
Yeah.
going to dog the children out. But we gonna watch it.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much.
If I
Bye-bye.
may say
All right,
something
go ahead.
on that. you know, keep on underestimating us. We want you to, because what's going to happen is this city is going to see one of the greatest generations our people have ever produced, and they're not going to know what hit them, because while they think that our children are stupid, people and organizations like New Era Detroit, we know better. And what we're doing is we're cultivating leaders every
Great.
single block we
That's
go
right
to,
on.
one community at a time. And these young kids that these news stations and this mayor and this state have counted out,
Yep.
they're going to realize why Detroit is one of the most revolutionary cities in America.
I
And that's
like
right.
that.
That's right. I like that.
I like
Caller,
that.
thank you for sharing that, okay? And thank you so much. Caller, you're on the air. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for calling Ask Welfare Rights. We're down to our last 14 minutes.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, I would first of all congratulate the young man for standing up and participating. And he is so intelligent and articulate. I'm very impressed with him. I wanted to know exactly what age group of people are you pretty much looking at that's causing the problem. A lot of people try to lay it on kids, and I don't think so much that it's kids doing most of this crime. It appears to me, and I could be wrong, that it's probably the 20 to 30 age group. What say you, sir?
All right, and ma'am, let me ask you to listen off air because all the lines are jumping now. And if you need to call back, okay?
Thank you.
And thank you so much. Go ahead.
All right. So
Hold on a moment, caller. Go ahead.
we don't lay this problem on any one specific generation. We agree that the young people are taking a bad rap because there are some middle-aged people and even some older people who are engaging in these activities. And so we hold all people accountable. We do believe that there is a problem in our community of us letting these kids run the show.
That's right.
A lot of times, and that is something that definitely needs to be addressed, because anytime you got a 14 or 15-year-old out here toting guns, the grown-ups are doing something wrong. However, we hold everybody accountable. We don't discriminate based on age or any other factor.
Okay, caller, you on the air. Thank you for waiting, and thank you for calling Ask Welfare Rights to hold that thought. Go ahead, caller.
Hello.
Yes.
How you doing, Miss Marie?
Miss Eastside.
No, I'm not even. I'm not Miss Eastside,
Well,
but
you
I
sure
love her.
sound like her.
Uh-huh. Yes, but listen, I want to say, I have to say this, I am so proud. It is so rare for me to see. I'm a senior citizen, disabled, and all I want to put out there is I feel we all need to get behind this young man. And I'm talking about monetarily wise also. And I would like to know, is there any number where we can send money to for him every month to get behind him, and at least even buy T-shirts?
Okay.
I'll walk around with my old self with one of them T-shirts on. Let them know that I'm backing them.
All right,
Well,
is there a number?
Yes.
All right, now grab your pencil and paper. He's getting ready to tell
I
you
got
the
it.
number.
I'm ready.
Look, I don't have an actual phone number for you. I have a website.
Okay.
You're going to go to www, that's 3
Uh-huh.
W's, neweradetroit.org.
Now, how you spell New Era?
That's N as in Nancy, E as in Echo,
Uh-huh.
E as in Echo, W, E as in Echo, R, A as in Alpha, D, E, T, R, O, I, T.
New Era Detroit.
.org.
.org.
Backslash.
Oh.
Don't mean to confuse you, but
Backslash.
this is important. Backslash build. BUILD.
Now, yeah,
As
like
a deal?
B as in Barry.
build a building.
Okay.
Now, if you didn't get that, call us at Welfare Rights. We'll give it to you.
Yes.
Call us
Okay,
at
that's what I do.
9640618.
Uh-huh.
Call us at Welfare Rights and
Yeah.
we'll give you all the backslash
And-
information you need.
Okay, thank you so much.
All
All
right.
right.
And
Thank you
again,
so
I'm
much.
proud of you, baby.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that.
Caller, you've been waiting. Thank you for calling Ask Welfare Rights. We have about 11, 14, 13 minutes left. Go.
Hello?
Yes.
Turn your radio,
And,
turn your TV
and
down.
Okay, I just muted it out. This is Joe.
Hey, Joe.
How you guys doing?
We're
Fine.
wonderful. All right, talk to us. You're on the clock now.
Okay,
Talk fast.
First, I want to ask the young man what's the origin of his name and to pronounce his name again.
Yeah, my name is Nguvu Tasare. It's South African.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It comes from South Africa?
Yes, sir. It's Azania.
Okay, then I wanted to elaborate on you guys' military strategy. That is in the art of war, and also in the late 50s and all of the 60s, the Blackstone Rangers used that military strategy against the young people in Chicago. But first, they used it against the police department. And I urge you to research the Blackstone Rangers, for they were doing this even before the Black Panthers were. All right, thanks for taking my call.
Thank you.
And thank you so much,
Yes.
sir. Caller, you on the air. We're down to, you know how many minutes it is. You're on the air.
Hi, Maureen.
Hello.
This is Debbie.
Hey,
calling-
Deb.
Hey, Deb.
Hi, how y'all doing?
Okay.
I'm calling to invite you all to my Black Tire Fair, July the 23rd, 2016, from 5 p.m. to 12 midnight, University of Detroit Mercy Ballroom. So you enter on Livernois and Florence.
Well, now we're
Now,
not going
Debbie,
to remember that. Now,
now,
you know that.
you
Is
know
there
what you're gonna have
a
to do.
flyer or something that you can
Yes.
send us or bring us down to welfare rate
Yeah,
so
because
we
we
can
don't
announce it?
forget that.
Okay, love you, ladies.
All
Love
right,
you
thank
too,
you.
hon.
All right, I want you to go. We're gonna have a discussion now, and I hope that this is not going to upset you.
No.
Yeah, let's look.
Now,
straight.
but
you
let's
ladies
see
can
here.
never upset me. Come on. now.
Well,
You know,
well.
Now, I went to Southwest Detroit. It was a number of years ago,
They probably-
and there
they probably
were
knocked it down.
4 or 5 kids standing on the school
Mm-hmm.
steps, and they were crying. And the reason they were crying is because the mom and the dad hadn't gotten there to pick them up yet. And I was there for a meeting, and I saw this. You know, these little kids standing out here, 3, 4 or 5 years old, and they boo-hooing. And I kind of sat down with them. Don't cry. Your mother coming. Your mother coming. And a mother came, and then another dad came, and there was still 2 left. And the parents never came. And then I found out later, the priest came out and said that the mom and the dad, a separate mom and a separate dad for these 2 little children, had been picked up, and their papers weren't right, so they were deported. All right, and then we call welfare rights members and we discuss this and whatnot, and then people would be saying, I'm not gonna worry about what happens in Southwest Detroit because I want to organize my people, and that's horrific to me. After we've been stolen off the porch all over the place, and now you live in a place where you have quote unquote freedom, and you see stealing going on of people and bodies, and you're not touched by that. So I want to mention that to you, and the reason I'm mentioning it because if we get with your courage and your energy and your strength, and we send you, come on down here, because we're going to set up these zones of no water shutoff zones, and there are African Americans in there, and there's some seniors in there, and there's 2 Hispanic families in there,
Or 2 whites.
or 2 whites, and we don't want that water shut off either.
So to answer that, I know we're pressed on time, and there were a couple more things I want to touch on, if I
want
may.
you to talk about it.
We are a pro-black organization. We in no way are anti-anybody else organization. And we have partnered with organizations of other races and other political persuasions for common objectives. We actually stood in solidarity with Raise Up Detroit. We stood in solidarity with Black Lives Matter, Black Youth Project, and the Light Brigade, and DREM, which stands for Detroit
Oh, we
Resisting.
know
Yeah.
DREM. We're a part
So
of DREM.
yeah, there we go. So we stood in solidarity with them and demonstrating against the mayor's State of the City address earlier this year. And
Oh,
so
you mean where you all were, and you had tickets, and they would
we
let you
we
get
did not
in.
infiltrate because that's not our lane, but we held a demonstration outside of the church to stand in solidarity with those that were demonstrating on the
But they
inside.
threw you out of that meeting, didn't they? That was an outrage.
They tried to, but they eventually
We
let
saw
us
it.
in. Yeah.
Oh.
See, we were down
We
there
saw that.
demonstrating.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah, we
so
were
so
pretty
t-
upset
to what
by
you were
that.
saying now, what I
Yeah.
will say, our position is we do believe that we have to take care of our home first. I a lot of people don't know this, but I have a lot of family who's Hispanic. A lot of Mexicans in my family, and you know, I tell them all the time around the dinner table at family reunions, I don't see y'all standing up for black issues. I don't see y'all at the demonstrations supporting black life and black dignity. Now, I'm not going to be petty and say I'm not going to support you in your cause because I don't see you supporting mine. But it's a two-way street.
It is.
And so we have to see other communities that are already organized culturally, I might add,
Sure.
stand in solidarity with the black community, which has been pretty much kept from developing a culture since our existence here in America.
Let me say about our organization. I don't know if you ever heard of us. We're Michigan Welfare Rights. And this will be our 50th anniversary of the movement, fighting in the interests of low-income and public assistance recipients, not to be treated as second-class citizens, but fighting to bring all of us up and out of poverty. And see, our constituents are multinational. And I understand what you're saying, and I'm out. I look here. If you call me, I'll probably be out there with. I can't walk like I used to, but I do be out there. And a lot of time they have a tendency to snatch me and put me in jail. But sometimes, like you say, you have been out here. But it's going to get to the point that all of us are going to have to be out here, blue, red, whatever color, and fighting on, because as long as we're divided, I'm talking about poor people. I'm talking about the working class. We be working or whatever. We got to begin to know who the real enemy is.
Absolutely.
And I like the idea of cleaning up our streets and everything like that, to make them understand we're not your enemy. And you shouldn't be doing this in the community. Look to where the enemy is that's turning the water off and killing us and stuff.
Absolutely.
So, y'all
And that
keep
is
it
that is something that we definitely recognize and agree with you on.
Okay.
Well, we got some Puerto Ricans we going to send to you because they
come on
want
with
to
it.
join New Era.
Come on with
And
it.
these are some bad Puerto Ricans here.
I'm
going to
a-
send
I'm
them
a-
to that Burt's
Well,
at 6:15.
we are a black organization, and we're proud of that. And every organization has its lane.
Sure.
Every organization has its area that they are passionate about and that they focus on. And our job as collectively as poor people is to support. Look, exactly, and we've done it before, and we can do it again. But it's about mutual respect. And what you've seen, I think, in the past as a student of history, I didn't live during those times, but it's you saw a lot in the past where, especially the Black Panther Party, perfect example. Somebody brought them up. They gave and gave a lot. They didn't hate white people. They partnered with a lot of white liberal, white radical organizations. But when the bullets started flying and people started dropping like flies and started getting sent out the country and started getting assassinated, where did our white liberal allies go?
They got shot. They
Some
got
of
sent
Some
out
of
the
them.
country.
Some of them.
Yeah.
But most of them.
They went
I
to
was
quiet.
jail.
We were in
Yeah.
the Black Panther Party.
I heard, and I
told
I
you
tried
that?
to contain
They
my
went to
excitement.
jail.
I tried because I
Yeah.
feel like I know I'm sitting next to history right here. It's only because of you two that I'm even here right now. That our president even had the gall to start a bold organization like New Era Detroit. So
It's fabulous.
thought it
we
was
get
great.
compared to the Black Panther Party a lot, and we have to tell people we're not the Black Panther Party. We're standing on the shoulders
We're
of the Black
New
Panther Party.
Era
Exactly.
Detroit. I love it. I
Exactly.
like it.
Now,
All right. Well, go ahead. Make your point.
One last thing too. We get a lot of attention for the demonstrations that we do. We're the hottest group on social media right now because of the Greenfield Plazas and the Dearborn Police and, the wake up calls. And, we have the state boys watching us on Wednesday. If you get on Facebook, you can see the video of the state helicopter literally watching us as we demonstrated, trying to wake our people up. But what makes New Era Detroit what it is, the Facebook and all that gives us the hype. But what gives us the hearts of our people are our programs and services. And I didn't get a chance to talk about those much today.
Well, give us a little bit.
We have so many programs and services that we provide the city. We have
down.
Tangie's Ride.
Tangent was a
Is that
member of
Tangela
our
Harris?
organization.
Oh,
She's
see,
a welfare
look,
rights member.
see how small this world is?
See?
yeah.
And I never, ever was blessed to meet her. I joined the organization after she
Good
passed.
person.
And
You should have seen her out there on those picket lines
Yes.
in front of the water department.
well, I saw some pictures of her at the Million Man March. Let me tell you the funniest story. So I went to the Million Man March with my friends and family. Didn't even know who New Era Detroit was at the time. And it just so happened that we were in the same vicinity because Tangi and the members at that time, which was way smaller than what it is now, they took a trip down there. And who would have known in DC, amidst 1.2 million people, that
See, that's
Nguvu and his
something.
family and friends would cross paths with New
See.
Era Detroit. I mean, everything that we do is so divinely ordered. And so Tangi's Ride, we literally have fed about 5,000 people on our city buses since we started it last November. We have the Streets is Watching, where we send our security team and get community volunteers to go into our neighborhoods and just make sure our women and children get from point A to point B safely. We have Black to Reality, an after-school program where we take our kids and fill in the gaps of an underfunded, under-supported public school district and make sure that we fill in those gaps with an African-centered curriculum. Our newest initiative, most organizations do their fundraising in the beginning and then do the work. Our members have literally put tens of thousands of our own dollars into making NED what it is today.
Okay.
And we finally have started to grow too large for our pockets. And we have our first fundraiser. And I want anyone who's listening or watching to please write this down. Next Saturday, we will be having our second Build Initiative fundraiser.
Okay.
Build is an acronym for Blacks United in Liberating Dollars.
Okay.
And it'll be at the Julian C. Madison building on the 3rd floor at 5 o'clock.
Now,
Where
where
is
is that
that?
building?
That's downtown Detroit at the cross section of Washington Boulevard and Michigan Avenue.
He gonna be in our hood.
Yeah. So
He gonna be over there in our neighborhood.
So please, we can't
What
do
time?
this without the community. From
Over
5
there in the
to 7.
neighborhood with us.
5 to 7. And you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram. You can even go to our website, New Era Detroit. Just type it in and you'll find us. But we're here for the community. And somebody said
wonderful.
something earlier about kind of comparing us to the Black Panther Party. And then I'll stop. We need to learn we need to learn from our mistakes. A lot of people in the Black community did not support the Black Panther Party
Oh,
when
we
they
know
were
it.
around.
That's right.
And when y'all was around. And so now all of a sudden, Black folks get amnesia and want to say, oh, we love the Black Panther Party,
Oh,
all
they
power
didn't
to the
like it.
people. But no, they didn't. They didn't even like Dr. King.
oh,
And
no.
so
You haven't seen the amnesia you
well,
gonna see.
man.
But go ahead.
well,
yeah,
and
you know.
speaking of amnesia, let's talk about Harriet Tubman, who's going to
Oh,
be
I
on
love my
her
Harriet,
enemy's $20 bill one day. There were Black folks who didn't like her at the time.
Absolutely.
And so
Malcolm, too.
Hey, all of them.
You see?
And what we say to our
Until they
people
were
here in the
dead.
city of Detroit who are hesitant to really get behind what it is that we're doing, don't be on the wrong side of history. History has shown every single time an organization or a group of people have stood up for freedom, they were right. Don't be that person who we talk about 50 years from now who was Uncle Tommen and Coonan. Get behind us. Even if you don't understand our method, just understand that we maybe are just a few years ahead of you and we see the future. And if you are stuck in the present and stuck in your amnesia of what history has taught us, just stay out the way because we're not stopping until the mission is complete, which
Fabulous.
is freedom
All
for
right.
our people in a liberated zone for our people in this city, which we could talk about one day.
Well, we have to bring you back another day.
Let's do it.
Tell them one more time. When is that
I almost had a
fundraiser?
Farrakhan moment. It's the Build Initiative, Blacks United in Liberating Dollars at the Julian C. Madison building next Saturday, May 7th, from 5 to 7 p.m.
Anybody that did not get the details on that, always call us at Welfare Rights, and we will give you the details. Marion, say goodnight.
Good night, and hope to see you next week. And make sure you begin to understand and know more about this young man's organization.
New Era Detroit has been our guest this evening. I know some of you have all your lights off in your house because you're scared to death now. But the program is about to go off the air so you can put your lights back on again. Welfare Rights is signing off now. We will be back again next Friday. Thank you to our guests and those that called in. Thank you
Thank
so
you
very
very
much.
much.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, we out.
You're watching W33BY, Detroit, Highland Park, Michigan. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of W33BY, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
This is a special Special report. Prodigal Son Productions are looking for all talented actors, dancers, singers, and models for a new TV sitcom, Fake Friends. You could be the next star from Detroit. Come and audition to be a fake friend or a real friend. Saturday, May 7th at WHPR TV 33 Studios, 160 Victor Street, between John R. and Brush in Highland Park, Michigan, from 2 to 6 p.m. If you would like a chance to showcase your talent, come to this audition at WHPR TV 33 Studios, 160 Victor Street in Highland Park. That's Saturday, May 7th, from 2 to 6 p.m. We'll see you there. And now we return to regular scheduled programming.
Wayne County Community College over the past 50 years has evolved into the premier community college.
When you think of how far Wayne County Community College District has come since its humble beginnings.
I am so proud of where the college has gone, realizing the potential of our citizens.
The thousands and thousands of Detroiters who have gone on to careers made possible by the community college, it just makes this city enormously grateful.
Bon Appetit Elegant Catering, elegant at your service. We cater for all occasions. Weddings, birthdays, proms, homegoing service, graduations, family reunions, and all occasions. For the best catering in the Midwest, call Bon Appetit 313-444-5048. Bon Appetit Elegant Catering. Arrow Sewage and Drain Cleaning for residential and commercial service. We specialize in basement drains, tubs, sinks, sewers, starting at $50 for fast service on any drainage problem, 24 hours a day, 7-day emergency.
You're watching Detroit's own WHPR TV. Detroit Live.
Hi, I'm Dr. Keefa Lorraine Weatherspoon, inviting you to hydrate and alkalize with our ionized alkaline water from the water station. You know, the body performs best when it is maintained the alkalinity of 7.2 to 7.45. You're going to love the way the water makes the body feel and restores balance. You're going to love the water from the water station. It's available at 1-877-1018710 Woodward Avenue. That's in Detroit, between 6 and 7 Mile, closer to 7 Mile, across from the Palmer Park Golf Course. Available in liter, gallon, 3 and 5 gallon refills. We'll see you real soon. Super hydrate your brain. Stay on top of your game with ionized alkaline water from the water station.
The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of W33BY, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
Excellence. Excellence is giving our best to any task we do and any relationship we have. Within us are many, many possibilities. Excellence hones our talents and turns them into gifts for the entire world. Excellence requires us to practice humility by learning from our mistakes. Each time we do something, We seek to improve it. You know what? To keep raising the bar. Excellence is effort guided by a noble purpose. It is ongoing mastery. It flows when we are doing what we love. The perfection of a seed is the fruit that grows from it. Excellence in our lives brings our gifts to fruition. John Ruskin said, "When love and skill work together, expect a masterpiece." See, when we practice excellence, we give our best to all that we do. And when we practice excellence, we give our best to our relationships. When we practice excellence, we are lifelong learners. And we fulfill our true possibilities when we practice excellence. When we practice excellence, we strive for mastery. And when we practice excellence, we work with love. I am thankful for the gift of excellence, for it is my true prosperity. Bless you, Detroit, and welcome to the Spirit of Wellness. My name is Jan Muhammad, and we welcome you again another Friday night, another Friday evening at 8 o'clock, as we do every Friday evening. And we thank you for joining us on behalf of our founder, our guide, our master,